I understand. I understand that in 2020 when COVID hit, people got a bunch of free time. Hey DJ, uh, people got a bunch of T-Fine, get a free time in 2020 because of COVID, and I understand that. And what people did is they marathoned One Piece because they had the free time, right? And a lot of people became new fans, and they got in just in time to get on the hype train with fucking Wano and Gear 5 and all this other shit. And I feel like the show's best parts are glossed over, or its better parts that are like subtle are glossed over for the bigger moments. When in One Piece, I would always say the subtle moments mean just as much as the bigger moments, and I think sometimes it's ignored. And I hate that East Blue, which to me is the embodiment of the subtle moments, is a series of arcs that got essentially butchered the further they went into it. Like X.A. Morgan, that's fine. Buggy, that's a little bastardized, but I guess I could tolerate it. Baratier, what the fuck happened to the other half of the arc? And then Arlong, what happened to the beginning of the arc?
Also, I guess like Luffy's death was schemes naturally.
Yeah, like remember this? Oh god. So if you've only watched the live action, let me quickly explain. In the anime, he gets the debt because he accidentally fires the cannon off, and the cannon accidentally lands on the ship, and so Zeph's and it's in Zeph's room and it injures him. So he's like, "You got to work as chore boy until you pay off the debt." Which Luffy's trying to get cut down because he doesn't want to spend the rest of his life at the damn Baratier. Then Don Krieg attacks, and Luffy's like, "Well, if I get rid of Don Krieg, is my debt paid?" He's like, "Sure." Well, Don Krieg doesn't show up in the live action, so how you paying the debt, Luffy? Bye, I'm taking your chef. What? I'm taking you by. I'm taking your chef. But literal, man. Fuck it. Like, what the I don't know.
Remember I mentioned too where how Zeph lost his leg, and then I actually hadn't seen the episode at that point. I was like, wow, he's probably gonna like. I bet that his leg will get mentioned, like he's gonna eat it, like as a cannibalism, and then he did.
Yeah, you meant it as like a joke, and then the reality was literally what you thought it was.
So I was like, oh, okay, I guess they are going that route. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Live action One Piece has exhausted me. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. Live action One Piece has absolutely exhausted me. And I'm just like, fuck you. Like, just. And so now I just want to go back and watch the normal One Piece. That's what I want to do. Because if we're talking about season 2 stuff, unless that budget is insanely increased, it's not that it's bad, DJ. It's probably one of the better adaptations of anime into live action. But it's still not good in an overall standard. It's okay on a mediocre standard, but it's not like amazing on an overall standard. Like,
I think mostly they kind of was appealing to like your average Joe, like more likely casual viewers.
Yeah, the casuals won't give any type of a fuck about this, like at all, which is perfectly fine. You know what? Do you, boo boo, do you? Yeah, do you, boo, do you? But like I said, if everybody's in their grandma's gonna come out here and talk about how it's a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, they handle everything so well, even better than the anime, then I'm allowed to come out here and say no, it's not. No, it's not. Maybe Terrell Nessa, how far do you think they'll take the live action? Well, considering Nessa hasn't like seen everything else, I don't want her to answer that. They might get to a 3rd season. Now, it depends on how much butchering they do for the Alabasta arc, which luckily we have enough time that Nessa can probably get to Alabasta finish Alabasta before the second season comes out, because they probably got like another year or two before they do the second season. I mean, they got.
I think whenever those writer's strike comes.
Exactly, we still got that writer's strike going on, and they still gotta they still gotta get the sets built. They still gotta get the actors and cast for all the new roles. Like, we got time, but the most I can see them doing is maybe up until the end of Alabasta. Skypiea is going to be a bitch and a half. But that's how it is. I'm not gonna lie, I want to see your reaction on how they handle Nico Robin. Dog, don't even talk to me about Nico Robin. Because I don't know what. Here's the good news. Her ability is one of the easiest things to it's probably one of the easier CGI things to do. The bad news is if they fuck this up, I'm gonna riot. I want y'all to understand that. There will be a quick stream or a short that pops up of me breaking something. If they fuck up Nico Robin, I will. If we're watching it in like a group call on Discord, like Nessa and Tyrone and them, and I see Nico Robin, and I see they fuck this character up, I'm getting off the call, starting to stream, and just screaming for 5 minutes. Because at the end of the day, I can't. Even if I don't necessarily like this adaptation, it's still One Piece. It's still One Piece, and it has its good points. It's not a terrible adaptation. It's okay. Like, people don't understand when I put giving it a 6 doesn't mean it's horrible. It just means it's mediocre. It's slightly better than okay. I think the problem is the rating system's gotten so fucked that anything under a 7 is considered trash. It's not trash. It's just not as good as people say it is. That's literally it. I want them it up.
I think the nice thing about the live action is entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining, all right. I'll give it that.
The high points for entertainment. Because I think I started showing to my friend, my real life friend back at home, and she's also was a One Piece fan, but she dropped off when the post time skip happened.
Yeah.
So she was watching it consistently up to that point. And so, but she so far she's been enjoying it. But I think also she probably hasn't seen like East Blue for so long either, and some other parts.
Also, Die Hard Peach, I didn't agree with the changes in Arlong Park either. Like, most of the big changes I don't care for. Mihawk, I think, is handled perfectly fine up until the two biggest issues is when Mihawk is with Garp. The whole Garp having to call him to go fuck with Luffy for no reason, when Mihawk is a man who destroyed an entire galleon of ships out of boredom, that's more like, I don't like the fact that he had to be called. Like, because Mihawk showing up there on happenstance is more interesting than Garp being like, I don't like that my grandson's a pirate. Go get him. Bitch, who are you? Mihawk doesn't care. Mihawk may respect Garp, but he don't care to go fuck with some random no-name pirate because he asked him to. Mihawk is bored in the original. That's what it was. Anything below a 5 is mediocre. I always viewed, well, I guess that probably is the proper description of mediocre. So maybe I'm using it wrong. But 6 just means it's slightly above average. The copium is real. The entire community keeps saying it was great. It was mid. It was still better. Exactly. Studio, that's exactly my point. It's mid. That's probably what I should be saying. It's mid. It's mid, and it's better than a lot of the anime adaptations we've gotten. But it's still mid as fuck. I think that One Piece high is ridiculous. Is this what Naruto fans were like back? Yeah, it was actually. It absolutely was. Yeah. It absolutely was. As someone who was during that era and who fucked with Naruto fans were on that same bullshit. The irony of stopping your grandson with your son is the most wanted man. The irony of stopping your grandson when your son is the most wanted man in the world. That is kind of funny. But he failed with his son, so he had to try again with his grandson. Revolver.
Also, like weird. Not just thinking about it, how like I was like dark, like was able to be the movie so you like fun of
So, oh, I can't. Yeah, so there are things you don't know.
And that was like it was just funny. The reason I'm saying.
Well, all right. So there's two parts to that. One, Garp is notoriously known for being like stupidly strong. Two, there's a power system you don't know about yet, and you won't learn about for a while. Although you will get teased with it somewhat, but like we can't go into the whole thing. It would have been much better if they had Smoker tailing the strides instead of Garp. Exactly, because which just hasn't met Smoker yet. But when she meets Smoker, she'll completely understand what I'm saying here. Smoker's already in the East Blue. It makes no fucking sense to have Garp this prevalent.
I'm curious how they're gonna handle that.
I'd be curious how you think about Smoker in general. Smoker.
Yeah, they did show him up there.
Yeah, you only seen. I don't think you've seen him in the anime yet, but you've seen him.
I see